the topic about adaptation of culture. Paano nga ba natin na-adapt yung kultura? Kanina, ano yung mga modes of acquiring? Ibig sabihin, paraan or manner in which may nadadagdag sa sistema ng isang tao. Ngayon naman, we will be talking about
paano ina-absorb ng tao yung kultura. And first on the line is parallelism. So what does parallelism means nga ba? Sabi dyan, may mga kultura na automatically nag-e-exist sa isang lugar. Kasi sila yung mga nade-develop independently. Ibig sabihin, like for example, yung pag-aalaga or pagdo-domesticate ng hayop, ng pigs, ng dogs, ng paggamit ng wheels or ng gulong. Wala pa namang nakakapagsabi na sa kanila nag-originate yun. Bakit? Kasi yung mga resources like pigs, like dogs, like metals, everywhere there is a metal. Merong gold. So, walang makakapagsabi kung saan nag-originate yung mga bagay na yun. Kung saang lugar lang specific siya nakuha. Because naturally, there is really existing golds sa bawat area. There is really living dogs sa bawat area. Ever since people was born or ever since the people enter the territory, andun yung mga bagay na yun. They are already existing. Kaya, they become part of the culture. Therefore, it means it is independently developed culture kusang nag-exist sa isang lugar. Next is cultural diffusion. Ito naman yung pagdating ng kultura by means of spreading ng media or influence ng mga taong nag-migrate. Pag sinabi nating nag-migrate coming from the other places, they enter the territory of another one. Kagaya na lamang ng influences regarding sa food, eating practices, yan. Marriage. Konsepto mo about marriage dati. Marriage first before you have your kids. But now, since we are influenced by the liberal countries, Filipino people nowadays are open for the concept of having kids before marriage. But still, according to our values, it is still safer when you marriage first before you have your own kids. Next one is convergence. Ito naman yung process wherein pinag-combine yung dalawang magkaibang kultura para makapag-create ng bagong kultura. Like for example, when a Filipino people marries a foreigner, of course, when they combine their culture, there comes another culture which will result sa kanilang magiging anak. Mag-i-exist yung combined culture nilang dalawa sa fruit nila or sa mga anak nila. Sabi dyan, culture are fused or merged. Pag sinabi nating merge, pinagsama into one culture, making it different from the original culture. Kagaya na lamang ng way of dressing ng mga Filipino nowadays. Dati ang konsepto natin is very conservative. But now with the integration of the other culture, may ilan na fashion na may pagka-sensitive and yet may touch of liberalism, which signifies or reflect convergence in adaptation of culture. Next naman is diffusion. It is when we break away or we take down or we break up with our own culture and started to develop different culture of their own. Kagaya na lamang ng trabaho ng mga scholars and researcher of psychology. They study behavior, they study the environment, and they formulate or create new terminologies that will explain the type or system of culture they come up upon studying. or nagkakaroon or nilalabelan nila yung mga bagay na na-discover nila, which become the new culture. Kagaya na nga lang ng definition natin regarding our gender. Other people think they're a lesbian, they are gay. Kasi according sa pag-aaral, we have the term already to address those kind of behavior, those kinds of feelings. And that is fission. Before, ang alam lang natin, there is a male and female. Pero ngayon, since they observed na merong mga tao who feel feminine, even lalaki sila, and who feel masculine, even babae sila, that's why they study about it. And now, we have adopted no culture, what we called welcoming those gender na ayon sa pag-aaral is already existing nowadays. Next is acculturation. It happens when we voluntarily combine behavioral patterns of other cultures sa kanilang kultura. Kagaya na lamang ng mga OFW. The very moment they enter the territory of the other country, of course they have to voluntarily welcome the culture na meron sila. Ito yung madalas na pakikipag-contact or pakikipag-communicate mo sa ibang kultura na unti-unti na-adapt mo na rin yung kulturang meron sila. Next one is assimilation. Ito naman yung, like for example, yung pag-i-educate sa mga dumagat or pag-i-implement sa mga dumagat ng mga kultura na pang Bulakenyos. So, sa kanila, they have their original culture, original identity. But it happens na ang mga larger community, which is yung mga nasa baba, 'di ba? Nowadays, ang mga ethnic group becomes smaller society kasi ang mga tao ay mas pinipili na bumaba sa mas malaki or malawak na group or mas maimpluwensyang kultura. Gaya na lamang ng mga practices ng mga Manilenyo. Di ba yung mga taga-provinces when they travel to Manila, like Badjaus who ask for petty cash or small amount ng pera. Upon doing those things sa large culture or larger society, it happens na they become aware or interested in the system of the culture na na-observe nila around na nagkakos para lumagdag sa kultura nila yung dominant culture na na-encounter nila upon doing those activities. Lastly is accommodation. Ito yung pag-integrate ng kultura ng ibang tao with your own culture or adapting or paggaya, pagkuha ng kultura ng ibang kultura ay ng ibang country or ng ibang territory, ng ibang group without losing your identity or hindi nakakalimutan yung sarili mong kultura. Or you still do your activity, your culture, kahit you adopted no one. And that's it for our lesson. Thank you for listening. You may contact me regarding important concern below on my Facebook account. If there's any correction, if there's any suggestion or clarification, you may contact me and please do so. Salamat!